Okay, now we're going to be dealing with a matter that a lot of people seem to have trouble with. I noticed teaching math, it seems that piecewise is difficult to understand, but it really is very simple once you understand that f of x, h of x, g of x all really stands for y. Okay? All stands for y, which is this line here. So these guys right here stand for y. So simply, if we know it's -2, we need to go down here to -2. Here's our starting point. And which direction does it go? Well, we are told by the key here, I call this a key, x is less than or equal to -3. So we go to -3, we go down to -2, where they meet, they intersect, -3, -2, draw a circle. It is solid. The arrow tells us which direction we need to go, which is left, and it goes straight left all the way off the chart. Before it goes off the chart, you draw an arrow. And we have now just accomplished this line right here, which is f of x is -2. Boom, -2. It is in the place of x, which is -3, and continually going off the chart at a less than or equal to rate, boom, that way. So that's one. Now the next one gets more difficult. 4 minus x, okay, f of x, which is y, means 4 minus x, but we have a key here, our key. Key. Don't forget key. These are keys. These are going to tell you how things are going to go. Okay, -3. All right, so x is -3. So what I do is I just draw an imaginary light line of my boundaries, okay? And then 0, okay? 0 is the other side, so 0. So it's from here to here is where everything is happening, okay? So we have to set up an x and y chart, okay? Are you with me so far? So if x is 0, then y is 4. That gives us a start right there. Boom, there it is, 4, right here, okay? 4, there's 4, okay? And it's on the 0 line. Now the next number is going to be, let's see here, we've got 4, okay? So it will be -1. 4 minus a -1 is a 5. So we go up to a 5. So we mark that spot a 5. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying there when I say 4 minus a -1? Okay, so you're going to say a -1, which is here, -1. Minus and a minus become a positive, which will then turn it into a +1, and then become 1 plus 4, which is 5. Okay, so that'll take us up to 5. So the next one will be -2. So 4 plus minus a -2, which will be additive, which will become a +6. So remember, a negative and a negative make a positive, so that becomes a 6. So we mark our next transitional spot, which is going to be right here on the y-axis line. Remember, we're dealing with the y-axis right now. We're going to here, and so the last one will be a -3. 4 minus a -3 will be a 4 plus 3, which will be a 7. So that 7 will be marked here, and then we'll get our end result here, which is -3, bang, -3, which is an open circle, and our 0 will be an open circle, which it already is, but I'll make it clarify it a little there. It's an open circle. Then you're going to draw a line connecting those. So then it shows the truth of -3 is less than x, and x is less than 0. So -3 is less than x. X is the line, and then from here to here is the line x, all the way to 0, and then x is less than 0. And now we made our second line here. We get rid of our imaginary line, so we knew where to trace it and how to put it in, and we also had to make a little table, an x and y table, to solve it. Okay, so the last one here looks pretty simple. fx is x. So what is x? If x is 0, then y is 0. So y is 0, so we put a little mark there, okay? And then it says x is greater than or equal to 0. So, okay, x is greater than or equal to 0. So let's make another table. Let's put it over here so we can solve this. Okay. Okay. So we're on the last one here. X is greater than or equal to 0. So we know that at a certain point, which is probably here or here or here or here, is going that direction because the arrows are pointing that one. It's greater than or equal to 0. So 0 is where we're going to start. That's our key. It tells us where x is. X is on the 0 right here. So we made a chart here. We made a table. And we're going to say f of x. So if x is 0, y is 0. If x is 1, y is 1. If x is 2, y is 2. If x is 3, y is 3. And on and on and on and on right off the chart here. So basically, bang, 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 bang. Now you see me just banging away here, but basically 1 and 1, boom. 2 and 2, boom. 3 and 3, 3y, 3x, boom. 4, boom. 4x, 4y, 5y, and so on. It goes straight off the chart here. You could even use a ruler and just fire it right off the chart. Okay? Now, what are we supposed to do here? This one is a greater than or equal to. It will be a solid circle. And that is piecewise. That is piecewise. There are different ways, there are different formulas, but if you can just know that this means y, this means y, this means y, fx means y, these numbers mean y, and this is your key of what is your parameters from here to here, what is between here, and the line can go, you know, a decline or an incline, or it can be straight. It just depends on how the key is set up. Once you see how the key is set up, you should have no problems with this and be able to burn right through these problems and have a very successful day. Thank you.